of his full name. So I want to kind of see like something a little bit more crazy, like a little more coming in.
No, let's not do
Something
that.
like
Let's not do that.
Maybe not here, right?
Okay, here we go. Falcons on the play.
They got the Granger.
No Moskov shenanigans, yeah, since it is open. EVO's Holy now has to pick what from the modicum of
Suyo, Joy.
if it's open. Yeah, no, I mean for Erlan.
Madame Suyo makes a lot of sense right
Probably
here.
Moskov, right? Like you're going for a trade since Harif is gone.
Okay, so Falcons, they could get their Matilda now. It's open.
Natural counter for Granger in the early game is basically Irithel.
Yeah, that too.
Just because of the kiting mechanics.
I mean, that's the... I feel like either way, if you're EVO's Holy, you have to pick it third, right?
Yeah. But then again, we could see an Onyx Philippines resurgence once again play the Granger in the jungle.
Kyle.
Let's not.
Yeah.
I probably not
Just
the
play
best
it
idea.
safe. Just play it safe.
Let's not. When Onyx did it, like, do not try this at home. When King Kong
Do not
does
try
it,
this at home.
when King Kong does it, like
He's a new person. So it will be the Joy in the jungle once again, along with the Jawhead.
Joyhead.
It's a beautiful pick. They played it very well, very strong, especially from Ogwin. It makes a lot of sense because you're facing up against a pseudo assassin in the form of a Suyo. But we don't know if Badang is going to be in the
Rome.
Rome or XP. So if it's in the Rome, it might be a little bit harder, but not impossible.
Yeah, it might be this gentleman here on your very screens playing this Badang who played an amazing Rome Badang in game 1 is key.
Yeah. The official mascot for this season too, right? You see Badang everywhere. So
How perfect.
always the Bruno being the answer.
Okay, so no Irithel here.
Yeah, no Irithel, no Moskov.
I think once they log that down before everything gets banned out once again. I
it's
think
quite a-
comfort over meta, you know what I'm saying?
But it's quite a pivot, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, we have seen Erlan play both Moskov and Irithel, so this is definitely a bit of a pivot that I feel like for me was unexpected.
I think it just boils down to like, we need to win early game because EVO's Holy has been dominating early over the past couple of games with Team Falcons.
Yep, so the
Dominate early and
the-
then just
yeah.
snowball.
The Joyhead Granger, like that's
Yeah.
it, like that's her cores. Mid laners are, I think, what they should focus on, what they should prioritize.
The falling stars
And they
spot us.
Navaria?
start
Ooh.
banning it. All right, we saw a couple Navaria today.
We saw
Navaria.
By Curtizi, by I think it was
Super Prince.
Super Prince.
Yep.
Super friends.
So another Tigro ban from Team Falcons, just like game 2.
Just to give the Joy an easier time.
Yeah. I mean, Deposit has been playing 2 games of Valentina straight as well, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Right now, the Juicin, Loi definitely banned out already. Vexana, Aurora still possible. I think Aurora might be good right here just because of the second life. You get a little bit of a range.
Ceci?
Sicilian,
For who?
possible.
Oh, for Evos, with Deposit.
Possible. You got the lockdown coupled with the Badang as well.
I would say that would be cool, like Hylos, Sicilian, if you can end up with it. That'd be money.
But where does the Hylos go, right? XP. Right?
XP, yeah.
Yeah. Right? That's
They
good.
did it. They did it in previous games.
Oh, they banned the Ceci.
Yeah, they banned the Sicilian. Okay.
So it crossed their minds.
Xavier.
Xavier for Evos. I can see it happening.
But right then you got the Joy. But Xavier locks down the Joy with the Mystic Field.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, if
makes
you
sense.
It
if
makes
you
it
catch
so awkward.
yeah.
Okay.
I think one of the first team that kind of brought it out, at least from the ID region, was TLID, right?
Okay.
In the M6 Swiss stage.
Mm-hmm.
See if it trickled over to the rest of their comrades.
Alright, so
I remember Gideon was just talking so much about Xavier. Oh, Xavier's annoying.
It was like the
Xavier's getting picked up so
trifecta
much.
of Xavier, Sicilian, Loyi, I think.
I think the long range
Yeah.
heroes. But it will be the Farsight once again.
Still
So
range.
a lot more range, a lot more damage, more ultimate focused. And you
Deposit
get
has
close.
had it with the Valentinas. Like, I can't play reactive anymore, sir.
But then you're throwing all your lockdowns and your CCs over to the Badang.
Plenty of burst though, right? Even like the Bruno at one point, technically he's like burst damage, but in basic attack form. I would say that you get to keep the Granger at an arm's length as long as you have someone to block the shots for Deposit.
It's still a little bit tricky right here because I'm not sure what else can EVO's Holy pick up. We're lacking the EXP. No more Lucas right here. The Khalid might be a little bit too far shot. The Gato might be good right here.
You probably go back to Hylos like Leo suggested,
Of the celestial twilight.
with the Aurora and the Hilda for Team
Ooh,
Falcon.
We've seen that before. We've seen that before.
Yeah.
Hilda and the Jawhead.
I think if that's the case, then for EVO's Holy, do you still stick with the high-lows though? Or
Yeah, you do
yeah,
stick with the
okay,
high
so-
loss. You want a hero that is more comfortable coming in to face up against a Hilda, because right now we've seen this before in the game with Onyx Philippines. You got the Hilda on the offside, you've got the Roam Jawhead, your jungle's always going to be under threat. It's just crazy to deal with. You get the high loss just to defend yourself and not get killed so often. I think it kind of works out well for EVO's Holy.
It's gonna be pretty interesting to see how this plays out. I mean, EVO's Holy, we saw that pivot to the Bruno, even though we have seen that Mosque of Irritel. It's a bit of an adjustment, but I think in the grand scheme of things, EVO's Holy still kept what the identity of this draft should be, right? Like Leo kind of called out the high-lows too, but like this Falcons lineup, what are we expecting to see?
A lot more early game skirmishes, a lot more sitting in the jungle, especially with Flap on that Hilda and Ogwen on the Jawhead. Once it hits the 2 minutes mark, that's when Flap TZ needs to go wild in the jungle. The only saving grace might be from Key and Reggie, but they really need to be able to equalize the rotations coming in from Team Falcons. But that's a very, very Onyx Philippines kind of a signature play style, right?
Yeah.
So we're starting things off. Flap TZ going in, clearing the waves, but it's all about speed running techniques over here, if you're the side.
Slightly quicker, so they get to that Lethal Wanderer first, and it has been kind of the case for Team Falcons. I know we said that EVO's Holy have been winning that early game, but this entire series thus far, if you're looking at Team Falcons, you're looking at Cal TZ primarily as the tip of the spear.
Yeah, looking at emblems, nothing really out of the ordinary stands out. You got Concussive Blast for the Jawhead, so the rotations from the mid side of Team Falcons will be a little bit more faster, especially with the Aurora.
All right. Game 3, all on the line. The rubber match, the decider. Flap TZ, I don't think I called the Hilda, but now looking at what EVO's Holy is bringing, I think the only really has to be scared of Reggie.
Yeah.
He can actually bait out some from Key.
To be honest though, he doesn't even need to think about Reggie. Just ignore him. He's not much of an issue.
He can play tag with a horse.
Just play tag with a horse, you know.
Doesn't sound like a good idea in real life. Please don't do that.
But look at where they're going. Kyle TZ gets caught into it. He gets the dash out just in the nick of time. But Flap TZ just giving a little bit more intelligence. A smart move by Albert. Check that bush with the first skill.
Come catch me, and there it is!
Trapped underneath, but doesn't matter for Flap TZ. He's thick, he's tanky, he's able to heal everything back up. But in the mid side though, Deposit gets trapped and caught out. First blood goes to Ogwen.
And that is going to be a pick-off. Deposit, 2 big ticket pick-off. And Flap TZ in the back, bothering Albert, bothering Reggie, while the rest of Falcons go for the turtle.
So low, punished for being a little bit too close for comfort right there. Ogwen on Fuse, on the side of Few. Reggie coming in, popped down the passive.
Pride of Ice!
Few will get taken out by Deposit, a little bit more punished for the aggression. And I love how EVO's Holy is very, very reactive to how Team Falcons likes to play. You want to come into my jungle? I'll let you come. Welcome in. I'll take you out.
They know how to punish, and there's a feathered airstrike. Marco
One more
might
hit.
go
Where's the
down.
flicker? But Kai on the backside with a fist crack. Deposit takes him out. What a play. What a exit closure for Kai.
That was a kill squad sent over there. They pincered him top to mid, like all angles that you could find as Marco. So far, Team Falcons, they know that they need to pick up the pace, given that they have a Hilda, they have a Joy, they need to win the early, they have a Jawhead. EVO's Holy though, as long as they make it through the early to mid, and they make sure that Team Falcons don't barrel on forward too much, they should be fine.
Yeah, they're doing what they're doing in all games, but Deposit taking a little bit too much damage, got the power of the wilderness, but we'll be able to walk out safe, prance out safe as Kyle TZ, a little bit too late on the follow-up.
Yep, as well, cooldown on the sprint. If that ever was off of cooldown, Flap TZ would have gotten maybe 1 or 2 solid whacks.
Oh, Goon Squad is here. They're center side, sights up on Erlan, able to dash out of the way, but not for long. Flap TZ takes it down from that flank. All 5 members are at the top side. And Team Falcons, they're not here to play.
They're here to win.
Amen.
500 gold up, 3-3, 4 minutes into game number 3. And yeah, no, lane to lane, hero to hero, roll to roll. Team Falcons know that they have to play tit for tat.
Yeah.
Super Marco scoring already a Sky Piercer. So yeah, no, given he has no stacks on it right now, there's one. Reggie gets caught.
Getting the brawl out. Reggie kept alive by the revitalize and just steps out of the way. Just a little bit of a prance over. But they're starting things off with the turtle. Erlon slowly making his way down, trying to maximize his farm. But the knock
Oh dear lord.
Oh, thrown over the wall. Stepperset. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, but able to use the wings by wings. Getting his exit. Blocked out by FlapTeasy. Taking control of that back line. But look at that flank. Kyle Teasy coming in with the Rhythm of Joy, dealing a lot of damage. Just setting the sights up on Reggie, but they haven't seen Albert just yet.
Oh, Key gets frozen and taken down.
The Frigid Glacier came in a little bit too late, but it does not matter as Key, once again, too late.
A wizard is never late.
Wizard is never late.
They are always on time, and that's what they needed to do to win that fight and get this turtle.
The only way to win a brawl server is to get brawls on yourself. Just keep fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways. Free turtle for Team Falcons. Now about 2,000 gold up. And they're chasing FlapTeasy. I don't think this is wise.
FlapTeasy a little bit too deep into the jungle. Take a lot of damage from the Feather Airstrike. Will get taken down. The rest of the members of Team Falcons know it's a lost cause. Hey, buddy, you're fine. We'll leave you alone right now. Let's just go back to farm.
If Team Falcons don't do much of this and FlapTeasy dies maybe 2 or 3 more times in the next 5 minutes, then we have a problem. Then it becomes, you know, a wasted effort. But for now, I'd say FlapTeasy sitting at 2, 2, and 2. I think it's worth it. I think the fact that he can force EVO's Holy to respond, force EVO's Holy to use ults, resources that they had plans for other members of Team Falcons, other parts on the map, I'd say it's still a good situation for Falcons to be in.
It's a game plan.
Kyle!
Knocked it down. Locked down by the wall. He takes down Kyle Teasy. Deposit showing up strong with the Feather Airstrike as well. Kai lives with a sliver, able to dash out of the way as Few a little bit too late to the party. And FlapTeasy, they retreat.
He is the same Badang beast he was in game number 1. I can't believe the corners this young man is finding, the angles that he attacks Team Falcons from. They have to respect him a little bit more. Again, that was a trade, that was a little bit of a oofski. It wasn't a clean trade, but so far Team Falcons really have to watch out for where this Badang's going to be.
But like how this is going, first game that we don't see a Moskov, so Key, okay, fist crack into a Feather Airstrike just to keep everyone else at bay. Few trying to use that range to freeze anyone at all, but FlapTeasy goes in. Ogwin actually jumps and pushes Reggie over the wall, gets that frigidation, gets that lockdown, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. It's Erlon just free hitting from the backside.
Ogwin for Reggie. Into the turtle. Into the turtle. I take it. I take it if you're Team Falcons. EVO's Holy, though, they have to understand that if we're not going to fight for this turtle, we have to let it go. But no, it looks like they're going to contest.
Oh, Erlon. Erlon doesn't have that dash, doesn't have the flicker out of the way, but they baited FlapTeasy to come back in. Albert takes down that Lord as well. He stole it from underneath the nose of Kyle Teasy.
They get their cake and they get to eat it too. EVO's Holy finally on the board when it comes to major objectives, taking that last turtle down and the FlapTeasy along with it. When is Super Marco going to start getting more stacks?
It's a little bit hard. It's a little bit hard because it's a very funneled kind of character. You have to play that Granger, you have to play it safe, but EVO's Holy's just baiting out everyone. Erlon just went in, but it's all calculated. Drawing everyone into him, or drawing Kyle into him. But hold on a second right here. Reggie will be safe, saving it.
Oh! Gets caught by the tip of that charge surge.
Oh, for airstrike, no dashes. Kyle Teasy will get cleaned up by Albert, but he's still skirmishing, he's still going strong. Staying on the wrong side of the wall. It's Super Marco living with a pixel. Team Falcons, they're very, very reactive on this fight. This skirmish is still going in the glorious pathway.
Oh, Pride of Ice triggered once more underneath tier 2 down bot. And that's another kill for EVO's Holy. 3 straight, not on the board for Falcons.
They're going Bankai on this round. They're ramping up the tempo, and I feel it. I feel the aggression. I feel the speed. They want to end this. They want to end this fast. It's been a long day, Leo. Let's get out of here.
Johor Baru has been turned upside down, and Team Falcons need to find a way out of this rut. I mean, they did it in game 2. It's the same situation, right? EVO's Holy definitely have a stranglehold, and then suddenly, some way, somehow, Kyle Teasy from underneath able to dig deep enough to find the win, but not the way this is going so far. Oh,
Lockdown, there's 2 split fights, but they're going in for Kyle Teasy. Albert, just safe for now, but no conceal for the Lord that's coming up in 5 seconds. Not a lot of ultimates being spent. That's the power of EVO's Holy. They know what's worth it. They know what's high stakes, and it's this first objective that they really need to take.
This is what I'm talking about. It's a different hero. It's not Ogwin and the Cho. It's Ogwin and the Jawhead. And what are the few things that are worse than a game that's lasted 45 minutes with no end in sight? Is a Jawhead that's playing defensive, a Jawhead that's forced to be reactive. Ogwin can't find anything. Where does he do it though from? This river brush?
You're taking a little bit too much damage.
Whoa!
First, use that flicker out of the way. That's creating so much space.
Re-engage!
Oh, that's getting us a throwback onto Reggie, but no damage at all. Albert, they're ditching that Lord. They're going on for the kills.
Marco! Down goes Deposit. Counties into the back flap. Needs to trade it out for.
But it doesn't really matter though. The Lord is still standing strong. Albert trying to take down one more of the Sever. Will do the job.
Oh, Marco falls. He was too close to 3 members of EVO's Holy, and they clap him. It's Kyle TZ left.
4 members down. That's a free Lord for EVO's Holy, really showing us the Indonesian team that just got together. Everyone wrote them off, but they're here to stay.
Not everyone. I actually
Not
looked
everyone.
up to him.
Not everyone.
EVO's Holy, though, they are looking at a game that's all but won. They need to make the most of this Lord, and so far, it looks like momentum's on their side. I reckon at least 1 inhibitor falls. At least 1.
We're slowing down the tempo a little bit more as EVO's Holy got that first Lord possession, marching down that top side. They don't want to make a move that they will regret. This is where a lot of teams struggle closing out the games. Lord's pathway already let loose.
All right, Ogwin looking for an engage. He has the flicker. He has the ejector, full combo, waiting in the wings. Super Marco, though, super compromised his position. Like 2 fights back to back. He just couldn't find space to let it rip.
It's because of Albert, 6-0-4, finding the flex, finding the back line. Rhythm of Joy already popped up the bottom side by Kyle as the minions already marching in. Erlan doing a heck of a lot of damage. A little bit too much that Team Falcons can face right now.
Woo! All right, Team Falcons with a safe defense. They weren't going to lose that inhibitor after all. They still do have these Holy Shields up and this tier 2 in mid. Super Marco picking up that C. Halberd, so that should slow down. The shield's on Key, the shield's on Reggie. I think that now the next big problem is Deposit. Like, Deposit outranges the Granger.
It outranges, and there's no way that they can go in. Even Flap TZ is a non-factor to this Farsa already.
Whoa.
Okay, fist crack onto Ogwin.
Oh, dear God.
Strike. Oh, dear God. Forced to use the flicker out of the way. Few as well. Does have the Pride of Ice as a last-ditch effort, but thankfully doesn't need to pop it. EVO's Holy just not giving us a break.
Okay, not giving Team Falcons a break. They are up by about 5,000 gold here. They're playing it slow. A minute to the next Lord. It has EVO's Holy's name on it. How does Falcons clap back? I'd say the Flap TZ Gambit's not working anymore, all right? For the first 5 minutes, Flap TZ lived in EVO's Holy's personal space. Like, they were breathing down their neck like this.
Yeah, but it wasn't rent-free, though. He was punished so much.
Yeah.
He was a squatter in their home.
Did you say squatter? Like an informal settler.
Informal
We'll
settler.
take that, all right? But now what? From there, right now he's a glorified warrior. He's literally there to clear bushes and, I don't know, maybe punish Erlan. Can he do that? Can he live in Erlan's face? Can he threaten Deposit? Maybe not anymore, given how Deposit now has a blood wing, so it's not so easy, and he can just walk away, blast Flap in the face. So where is the pickoff going to come from? Are we still waiting for Kyle Teasy? That might be it again.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tall order right now, especially since the T1s, T2s down the bot side is a huge factor.
Oh my God, they're still standing.
So much space.
It's still standing.
It's still standing. Even now, 13 minutes into the game, 8-14. EVO's Holy. They're starting this Lord to conceal play. They've solved Few. They're gunning for it. They're forced to finish Glacier out, but it's too late. Few pops in the front of the ice.
Look at Erlan.
Airstrike, pops it in, throws everyone back.
Erlan!
It's a sliver of health. He gets alive, but just for a little bit more before he gets taken down.
Look at the collapse. Down goes Albert. Falcons are doing it.
The damage is just too much as 4 members go down.
Reggie's gonna fall too.
All 5 wipeout from the side of EVO's Holy. That's a free lord for Team Falcons.
Jesus Maria Josep, will Team Falcons do it? Could it be endable? They're going for a beeline in mid.
They might. That's 10 seconds on the clock. They have the minions. They have Ogwin. He's able to tank that damage just enough for them to take that turret. They want to go for it though. 4 seconds. Erlan might not be enough.
They have a wave.
They have a wave. They're just ending it all. We're just going home right here and right now.
Even they can't believe what they just did.
I can't believe what I saw. Husky, can you?
The play of a lifetime on Few.
Unbelievable. The noble sacrifice of the Queen of Ice